Alright guys, welcome back. We are now on part 14 of Seiken Densetsu 3. So, when we last left off, we had just picked up Salamando, and our characters have reached level 18. So, I have class changed Duran and Lise to their... Duran to his light side, and Lise to her dark side. Mainly because Lise getting stat down abilities is a little more useful than stat up abilities because I only have to cast them on the enemy once for the stat downs, whereas for the stat ups I would have to cast them on the entire party to take full advantage of them. So it's basically more of a practical issue. Alright. There's a guy over there. What does he have to say? Nothing useful. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way back to the main village so that we can get on Booskaboo and get the hell out of here. Okay. Just little bits of flavor. Alright, so now we need to head back to the northwest to get back to town. Having having two second tier characters is very useful. And he just learned Heal Light. We have a healer now. Granted, he needs to... healing, or basically white magic, which is magic from Wisp, basically requires high piety to take full advantage of. Do we need Angela to have? 600, okay, not too bad. And Lisa's about to level up pretty soon as well, so she's about to learn her first stat down spell. Next enemy she kills will level up Lise. Oh look, how convenient. Come here, precious experience. Alright, so. And since Lee's leveled up, that means Angela should be leveling up pretty soon as well. So, now let's go ahead and leave Sand City Sultan and start heading on towards the East Kingdom. East Kingdom is back in the middle of the world. So where is our docking point? Not over there. In case you're wondering, no, holding A does not make you go any faster, unfortunately. Here we go. This should be... Where does this take us? Hey, a path opened up. The Moonlight City of Mintos. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop save it. Well, first let's go ahead and cash in some of our items, or our seeds. Okay, those are all very good things. And while we're at it, let's also check and see if there's any worthwhile weapons or armor. And we need to find the Mana Stone. Let's see, 128 or 130. We go with 130. 20 or 124. And what do you have for armor? We like improved defense. Alright, so let's go ahead and get equipped with our new weapons. So now that we have, basically now that we have class changed Duran and Lise, you can get both their old equipment, or their old class equipment, and their new class equipment at shops. And the new class equipment very, very quickly outpaces the old stuff. Of course, once they get their second class change, the best stuff in the game is, or the best equipment is actually obtained through special seeds you can only get from enemy drops in the final areas. And holy crap, are these guys kicking Angela's ass. You know, because she just leveled up, I am very, very strongly tempted to run to the nearest Mana Stone and class change Angela before we actually... You know what? I'm actually going to do that. So we're not going to go after Luna just yet. We're going to get ourselves to the nearest Mana Stone so that we can class change Angela, get her some better equipment, and start getting her some better spells. So, here, Booskaboo. Alright, so at this point, the easiest one to get to would probably be Rolante, which is... Rolante should be over here, I believe. There we go. Yeah, right up here. Yeah, because the enemies here are going to be nice and easy. They're not going to be able to do much damage. And we'll be able to very quickly make our way up to the Cleft of Wind. Run through there real quick to Jin's Mana Stone. Don't care about treasure at the moment. Now, class changes can only be done in one of 9 locations. Those 9 locations being the... actually, sorry, 7 locations. Or 8 locations. The 7 Mana Stones, because there is no Mana Stone of Darkness, as Shade mentioned earlier. And the final location is in the Mana Holy Land. There is a special goddess statue that you can class change at. Unfortunately, we can't take any of the shortcuts, because the shortcuts are only good for getting out of the cleft of wind, not going into it. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, now that we have made our way to the Wind Mana Stone, let's class change at Angela. Alright, so our choices, if we go light side, Angela learns a wider variety of spells. Or she learns her level 2 spells as a sorceress. Whereas if I go as the dark side, she only learns one new spell, and you're stuck with it for 20 levels. And it's dark elemental, whereas the sorceress learns light elemental spells, in addition to your normal elements. We're going to go with the sorceress for this playthrough. Though the dark side classes actually have more powerful magic once you get to the second class change, but that requires going through 20 levels with only Dark Force. Which, while Dark Force is an excellent spell, not nearly enough enemies are actually, weak to are actually weak to darkness to make it worthwhile. Though it is required for her to go dark, or it's dark then light to get her most powerful spell in the game, or actually get the most powerful spell in the game, the Death Spell, which has a restriction but does a guaranteed 999 damage on cast, but only if your level is equal to or higher than the enemy's level. Alright, so. And now that Angela is a sorceress, she has the benefits of the boosted stats that Duran and Lise have already enjoyed. And starting with her next level, she'll be gaining a heck of a lot more spells with each level. Now, the other thing about class changing is the first class change is basically a free. Once you hit level 18, you get to class change and without any restrictions. In order to get the second class change, you're required to find a certain item, basically a proof, to unlock the class. And these proofs are only dropped by certain enemies near the final dungeons of the game. So you can't, so even once you hit level 38, you can't class change a second time for quite a bit. Alright, so. Duran can summon Booskaboo. Or maybe not. Looks like it's only Angela. Or it's probably just the player, whoever's controlling the player character summons it. Either that or Booskaboo just likes vaguely elephant chicks. I don't know. Alright, so back to the Beast Kingdom. This little crook of nowhere. Oh, and in case you were wondering, this is what Angela's new outfit looks like. Alright, so. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get her some new gear as well. Now that we're all decked out in cool new gear, let's go ahead and save. And he doesn't ask whether you want to wake up in the morning or evening, because in the Moonlit Forest, it's always evening. At least until we get Luna. Alright, so let's go ahead and start making our way through the forest. In case you're wondering, in case you can't see anything, neither can I. Alright, so let's see, which way do we want to go? Let's go to the left. And of course it's a dead end. That's fine. Alright, so we'll go south instead. And now we'll head to the left. And yes, Angela basically uses her sex appeal to confuse and dismay the enemy into hurting themselves. Not exactly what you really want to be doing. But, Alright, Duran, time to start using that healing magic of yours. That's actually a pretty decent amount of healing. Of course, once I start raising his piety, it'll be even higher. Let's see, what's up this way? Oh, and a statue. Which means that is the halfway point. And looks like we found it. Well, and now we have to fight Luger. Just attack him. Do not use magic. Actually, I probably should have turned off Tex, because he will counterattack. He has enough health to survive the counterattack. I'm not sure if she will actually counterattack magic. I know he counterattacks attacks. Oh, yep, yeah, he counterattacks that. Or he counterattacks magic. That's bad. Oh, crap, please. And he just party-wide. And we're all dead. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, we will fight Luger again in the next video. Stay tuned, guys. I'll be back in a few minutes.